Now, in our second episode of the Twilight Zone, we shall be playing with the concept of a genre within a genre. Not only will this be an episode of the Twilight Zone itself, but this episode will take place in the genre of a film noir. Now, I would like to point to you to the three pairs you see upon this stage. In a moment, you will choose, will it be group A, B, or C, which this episode will focus around. But imagine this first in your own minds, for you are the very stars that twinkle within the Twilight Zone. The year is 1947, San Francisco, California. It is 10 p.m. The fog is thick. The ground is shining and glistening from a recent rain. The air is cold, but has a nice bite to it. Which of these three pairs will we encounter? A, B, or C? 1, 2, 3.
A!
I heard A. Yes. And as these two make their way to center stage, I will now call upon another volunteer. Please, raise your hand, and you will assist us on the stage itself. Go ahead. Who would like to come down? You can also volunteer someone next to you for them. Yes. Hello, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I'm glad you are here.
How can I help you?
Oh, please. Your name first, please.
Bill.
Hello, Bill. A hand for Bill, please. Bill, are you familiar with the genre of a film noir?
I am, yeah. Usually bad stuff happens.
Oh.
It's kind of nasty stuff.
I like you, Bill. Bad, nasty stuff can and does happen, of course. Bill, please follow me. Okay. Since the last episode already contained a supernatural element, Bill, I'm going to remove this card as an option. Will you please hold my cigarette? No. Bill, you know the drill.
I know the drill. Phil.
Bill. I like him. Bill, please choose a card.
How about this one on top
Take
that
it.
no one ever picks?
That's true. And Bill has chosen the card, a secret. Fantastic. Bill, thank you so much, sir.
You're very welcome.
Please, let's get you back. Yes, a secret. There's a secret that these two either share together. Perhaps it is a secret that only one of them has. Perhaps it is a secret that either both of them or one of them will discover as the scene and the story progresses. On the count of not one, not two, but of three, I would like you to please call out and tell us all what is the secret. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir.
Lucifer's son.
Yes. Lucifer's son. And now I bring forth episode number 2 of the Twilight Zone. The Red.
I don't like it, Nikki. I tell you, I don't like it.
You never like anything, Tommy.
Nikki,
You never like anything.
why do we have to stay holed up in this stupid hotel room? It don't make sense and it don't feel right.
Tommy, the Dane paid us to put out watch. And it's a nice hotel room. There's a bar. All we have to do is watch this window and tell her who comes and goes.
Yeah.
That's it. That window, right there.
What do we know about this dame? We don't know nothing about this dame. We get a strange envelope slipped under the door. We follow its instructions. We find out we're supposed to stand here and watch for what we don't even know. I tell you, Nikki, it ain't feeling good.
Tommy, it's easy money. You're drinking free booze. We have a $200 retainer. We're good for the next month. We just write down who comes and who goes. Black car, 2 gentlemen, easy money.
Nicky, this might all be all right for you. You're a professional detective. You make your living doing this. Me, what am I? I'm nothing but your mope cousin that you're bringing along for a pity because I can't get a job anywhere else.
Nicky.
You're Nicky.
I know that. Thomas. Listen. Listen. It's true, you're my mope cousin, who I bring along, mostly for entertainment. I get lonely. Stakeouts are boring.
Look, Nicky.
Irish whiskey. Did you pick that up over in the continent?
Yeah.
We drink bourbon here.
Nicky, tell me again. What is it that makes you so sure that this is on the up and up? I mean, what if we're being brought into some kind of trap? Isn't that what happens in your business? Don't you get lured into traps from time to time?
Sure you do. You get lured in all the time, especially with a pretty face and a long set of gammers.
Why are you going to fall for something like that again? You remember what happened with Louise, don't you?
Yeah, lost 2 toes.
And then you remember what happened with Donna, don't you?
Lucky I have any toes after that one.
But here you are, ready to go like a rat into another trap.
That's right. Listen, Tommy, I love you. I do.
I know you do.
But sometimes you're neurotic spinning. You just kind of spiral and spiral around one thing like a rat caught in a maze.
That's ridiculous. It's just that I go round and round things sometimes until I'm caught in a maze.
That's what I'm saying. Tommy, listen. Have an extra drink and relax. I'm sure nothing's going to come knocking on our door and shaking anything up. We're just going to sit here, me and you, until morning.
Nicky, you remember when we was kids, right? Growing up in Canarsie, all the way across the country in a nice little neighborhood, a nice little home. That's when life was really fine.
A nice little neighborhood, a nice little home. Reminiscing days that were simpler, days that were easy and innocent. Nicky and Tommy, both 37 years old, cousins. The detective and his cousin, a detective and his, shall we say, partner, on a stakeout. $200. That's pretty good for 1947. $200 to supply them for a simple month. $200 that may alter the course of their friendship. For you see, on a stakeout in the Twilight Zone, sometimes the unexpected has a way of turning its head and looking at you. Sometimes the unexpected has a way to come up from the deepest depths of the darkness that we all have inside of us and to laugh. But the only laughter we're going to hear tonight is that of the Twilight Zone.
Nicky, I don't mean to sound ungrateful or nothing. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be on death row for now. You're the one who bailed me out of jail when I was a kid getting into trouble. You're the one who took me under your wing and let me live in your house when my pa kept smacking me and my ma around. You're the one I owe everything to. And that's why I'm worried about you, Nicky.
Worried about me? Why would you worry about me?
Well, those long, dramatic pauses for one.
Sometimes I wish when I went on stakeouts that I just left the kid at home. You know? I know we're the same age, but you could see his mental dexterity was lacking. That's what happens when you serve as an artilleryman in the infantry, I hear. Too many gunshots blasting off and rattling the old beam. He was a good kid, that Tommy. But sometimes I wish I'd just smack him right up outside his kisser. Just an extra time. But then I'd look in those baby blues and be drawn in once more. Blood, huh? It's thicker than water.
Well, maybe it'll all work out after all. I mean, it's been a little while since you've had a lady in your life. Maybe the 38th time's a charm.
Maybe so. You know, I think maybe I give up the old skirt chasing game. Don't know how many phalanges I've left.
Is that her?
Excuse me. I got locked out of my room.
Oh. So you want to stay in here?
Just for a bit. No one was at the desk in the front office.
Oh, we can give him a call.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Have a seat. You want a drink while you wait?
Sure, maybe a cigarette.
We're just fresh out, sorry.
I found one more.
Oh, well. Guess I should have shook that thing harder.
Oh, she's right. There ain't no answer down there.
That storm must have hit harder than I thought. Well, you can stay here until you get the phones turned back on. I'm Thomas. That's Nikki.
That ain't right.
I'm Nikki, and that's Thomas. Sorry.
You're letting her addle-brain you already.
It's fine.
Just one moment, if you don't mind, miss. Don't you see what's happening? This strange dame walks into the room, and all of a sudden you can't remember who's who and what's what.
I haven't even started flirting with her yet. Nikki, Thomas, St. Nick.
And what if the boss lady that hired us finds out that instead of keeping our eyes peeled, you're flirting with the dame next door?
Well, you keep your eyes peeled and I'll flirt.
That sucks.
I'm Dorothy.
Nikki. My friends all call me Nick.
Oh, can I call you Nick?
You can call me whatever you like, sweetheart.
What's up with your friend over there?
Cousin.
Cousin, he seems angry.
Yeah, he's a little angsty, that one. He's a good guy. You know, he really sees more than you think, but knows less than he looks like.
Well, what are you boys doing?
Hey, excuse me, I think I see something, but I don't know nothing about it.
Why are you guys looking out the window?
We're on a little stakeout.
A stakeout?
I'm a detective.
You're a detective?
Professional gumshoe.
Wow.
That's right.
Can I look?
Sure.
I don't see anything.
We gotta focus it.
Oh.
Okay, let me come around this way.
Oh. Oh. Look, I see a man.
These things make them seem like they're really close.
Sitting here watching other people's lives?
That's what a stakeout is, and we just write down. Here, hold these.
Well, he was a man with dark hair.
All right.
He was wearing a gray hat, a dark suit,
Okay.
and he seemed serious.
Serious, lanky fella, gray hat, dark suit. On business.
Yeah, this is fun. Can I do it again?
Sure.
Nikki.
Ooh. I see a beautiful lady. Black dress, smoking a cigarette. She seemed a little like your friend there, anxious and nervous.
Oh, interesting. Cigarette, black dress, serious, anxious, beautiful dame. Check.
Wow, I'm pretty good at this. Maybe I could be a detective.
Sure you could. Maybe I could give you some lessons. Where'd you go?
Right. Oh, you're good. You found me.
I'm telling you, this doesn't seem good business, Nikki.
Yeah, no, I understand. Listen. What harm can it do? There's 6 pairs of eyes watching one window now.
Yeah, what harm could it do? Why don't you just relax?
Why don't you just relax? The very words that Thomas! I was testing you. Didn't want to hear. But meanwhile, as they were attempting to relax, the big boss lady and her henchman, Stash, were down at the most ritziest poppin' club of all, the Uh-Oh Club. The music was blaring, the liquor was flowing, the air was thick with potential. The Uh-Oh Club was a place where boys go to become men, and women become, well, who knows? And there we find it.
Yes. Yeah. You guys been down to the motel recently?
Look, I did a walk by. I took a look around. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, boss, I tried to look as serious as I could.
I tried to look like I was angsty and worried.
And I tried to look lanky. I did one of these. Just like you taught me.
Listen, Sally. What do you think? How long?
We're throwing those detectives off real big. They think they're on a stakeout and really planted them for the perfect crime.
On the count of three, I would like you to shout out what that perfect crime is that she is referring to. 1, 2, 3.
Bank robbery.
Heard something here. Here. What's the perfect crime? Right here.
Arson. Burglary. Kidnapping. Bank robbery. Murder.
I heard murder.
You see, it's a perfect crime because I have 2 men trapped in a hotel with no alibi.
And once that gal who was next door drops dead in front of them.
Oh, there's gonna be blood on their hands.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, the devil's in the details, huh?
Ah.
Sally, you're gonna finally get your revenge on this, is it Nikki or Tommy?
We don't care about Tommy. Nikki's the brains. We want Nikki going away for life. He's the one who locked up my old man. He's the one who sent my old man to prison. That's right.
Yeah, we're really gonna get back at that Nikki Vilas, huh?
Vile is more like vile.
Silas. He thinks he's a gumshoe.
Huh.
He's just a shoey gum.
Listen, I need a drink.
All right, Sally, let me get it for you. What's your pleasure? I heard you.
Say, boss, right about that time. If they're in that room, it should all be going down now.
Ha.
I'm gonna go on the rooftop and watch, take those photos.
Smart choice.
Maybe we should all have a drink.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't we all have a drink? Maybe it'll help us relax.
Absolutely. It's so nice of you guys to let me hang out with you. There's still no one answering the desk?
No one answered the desk, but it's funny, you know? Telephones run on low power lines. The lights are still on. All across the block. None of the lights went out.
Cheers.
Something fishy about that.
Should I be worried?
I think we all should be worried. What'd you say your name was again?
Dorothy.
Your full name?
Dorothy Johnson?
Dorothy Johnson of Johnson & Johnson?
Yes?
Baby shampoo magnates?
Yeah. My dad's quite the guy. He's inventing so many things.
Chemistry, huh? The way of the future.
Well, I just can't tell you how lucky I am to be with you both. It gets scary out there.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good, miss.
No, it is getting a bit hot in here.
You're looking pale, Miss Johnson.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh! My God, she didn't even spill her drink. What happened?
She's dead.
Oh, Nicky, you fool. You are such a fool. Nicky.
Why'd your voice get so much deeper?
Once again, you've allowed yourself to be treated like a rube. To find yourself in a trap, like a rat, the dupe of some dame framing you for murder, trying to get their revenge on you because you put her father in jail. Think, Nicky, that red-headed girl of
It's not just your voice, your brain's gotten deeper too. Tell me, I usually don't come up with that solution till the third act.
That's because I'm not your cousin, Toby.
Not Tommy?
I'm not him either. I have many names, but none of them begin with the letter T. I am the son of Lucifer.
Beelzebub?
Yes.
Satan?
Yes.
The morning star?
Yes.
That's all I really know.
The list goes on. For
Prince of Darkness?
yeah. Make something up. As long as it doesn't start with a T, you'll be correct.
The Duke of Swirl?
Yeah. In fact, that's my new favorite. Just the other day, I said to myself, Duke of Swirl, you finally have to come to terms with that Nicky of yours. You've got to help him rise above his station, working as a gumshoe for $200 a day, without half enough brains to keep toes on your feet.
Can I ask a question?
As long as it doesn't start with the letter T.
What'd you do with my cousin?
Your cousin is deep inside me. Not in a creepy way.
You're the literal son of the devil possessing my cousin. That's pretty creepy in any way.
But I am here to help you. I am here to give you everything you've always wanted. Everything you've really wanted. Think of it. If you could have the life you wanted, what would it be?
I don't know. I never really thought of it. What kind of life does a guy like me deserve? You know? Sure, they say history is written by the victors, so I'm the good guy. But if the fellas in the other uniforms won, what would they say about me now?
Maybe then it's time to wear a different uniform.
I just decided that all that stuff is so much puffs of air, you know?
Do I look like so much puffs of air to you, Nicky?
Staring at my cousin, possessed by the son of the devil, I realized why I'd want to hit him all those years. Apparently the son of a devil is a pompous ass. But when you find yourself in a room with Satan incarnate, you gotta look yourself square in the eye and ask, how'd I get here? There's a dead dame back there, and how can I skeetle out of here with my hide intact? Maybe we see what he wants. What do I want? What do you want?
You know what I want.
My soul's almost as black as yours. You want this old thing? It's tattered and worn.
We can refurbish. I'll make you, as cliched as it is, a deal.
A deal, that's correct. A deal that Nikki will not be able to refuse. I will meander my way up the steps a little bit. Away from the depths of hell. And I will come to you. What is it that Nikki wants the most? His life in this moment, reflecting back deepest parts of his soul. What is it that he yearns for?
Love.
That is correct. Love.
Surely there's something you want, really want, that's worth the deal.
There is. Of course there is. You're going to think that I'm lighting the loafers.
I would never think you're lighting the loafers.
I always wanted a white picket fence. You know? Dog barking in the yard. Apple pie cooling on the windowsill. 2 kids playing. The half kid baking in the oven. That's a metaphor for pregnancy, if you know what I mean.
Thank you. I actually did not know that.
What I'm telling you is that I've always wanted love, you know? But more importantly, I want to be a man who deserves love. Can you give that to me?
I can give you anything you want. And all you need to do is sign that. Here's a pen.
Sure are a lot of clauses.
Ow! Here's an inkwell. Here's a blocker.
Oh, creepy using a pen that sucks your own blood.
Use it back.
Nikki Theodore Vilas.
Oh, hey, what you looking at me like that for?
All right, Skip.
I'm back, boss.
Please tell me you finished the job well.
Yeah, the team's dead. And the police, they're gonna swarm the place, and they're gonna bring him in, and, you know, he's gonna get the death penalty.
Oh, Skip. Make sure you have the evidence ready for the police. Called in that anonymous tip, right?
Yeah. And I'm getting the photos done right now. They're gonna be blown up nice and big.
Beautiful. Joni,
Sally.
finally get my revenge on that Nikki Vilas.
Just in that moment, Nikki Vilas came into Big Boss's office.
Oh, hold it right there. Hold it right there. Who do you think you are? Boss.
Stand
Nicholas
down.
Theodore Vilas.
business here?
Sure I do. I have business with you, Big Red.
Hey, don't call her that. She's on a diet.
I would never call a lady fat. I meant big as in the head honcho. Red because you're ginger.
Why are you here?
Because I know you framed me. I could smell your perfume on that dame when I checked your pulse. You always did to get close to your marks, didn't you? Surprised you did me from a distance like this. You're just like your father. Still sore about that, are you?
Well, he already went to the chair, so there's not much to be sore left about.
He is a real piece of work, your father.
Well, it's the only one I got.
You know why they sent him to the chair?
Tell me.
Never looked into it, eh?
Well, from what I heard from the DA, was that there was such a mountain of evidence against him that they couldn't help but give him the death sentence.
Yeah.
A mountain of evidence that you compiled.
Yeah. A mountain of evidence that haunts my nightmares to this day. Things he did to those poor men, you can't unsee.
He was just trying to make a living, okay? We're all fighting for our lives out here.
We're all just trying to make a living, but some of us don't do it with a cleaver.
Sorry if that's not your kitchen utensil of choice.
I don't mean a butcher. Like, not for sides of bacon. But he killed people with it. We'll make it direct. The metaphors aren't working. Literally chopped them up.
Listen.
Your sub-basement was full of bodies. Your bedroom was just above it. I can't believe you turned out the way you did. Nope, it makes sense.
Listen, Nikki. Look at this cute little fedora. I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but Skip over here already has a mountain of evidence against you.
Skip. Skip couldn't climb a mountain if it fell on him.
Love him. Love him.
This fedora is so nice on you.
Love him louder.
This tie. Is it Italian?
I mean, I did bring a couple of things back from the war.
Wow. And a veteran. Is there anything you don't do?
I knew that I shouldn't. I'd already lost so many toes. But man, do I have a soft spot for a beautiful, dangerous girl. And she was probably the most beautiful, most dangerous girl in all of San Francisco. She was like the fog underneath the bridge to a ship at night. I'm the ship. She the fog. Or maybe the rocks, or both. Whatever I know, I was about to get wrapped in that fog and probably end up on those rocks.
Listen, Nikki. Let's share a toast of kinship. To us.
How about we do a little poursy, huh?
Oh! I like your style.
Nobody's making faces, so I guess I'm safe.
Love him more.
Say,
Offer him everything he wants.
let's get away from here. I've always dreamed of moving to the country, a white picket fence, 2.5 children.
Make it 3.
Well, one's a bun in the oven.
Boss.
It's like you're reading my mind.
Boss.
Take me away from this. Take me away from this dingy city of San Francisco. I want to go to Modesto.
Find a heart of gold and a hard-boiled babe? That's what I live for. Why I've been sacrificing toes the last 6 years searching for you.
That's the most romantic thing a man has ever said to me.
You need to get out more. Let's get out of here.
Boss. What are you
that in Modesto. You know, I've been paying a farmhand to keep this place up for me.
Oak,
Sure is nice, huh?
oak cabinets? Look at this Frigidaire. It's beautiful. The meals that I'll be able to make in this kitchen for you, my love.
Yeah, that sounds incredible, doesn't it?
Oh, this is what I've always wanted. To be in love with you.
I can't buy it. It's what I've always wanted too. A beautiful woman to fawn after me. But why is it that when you get what you want, you don't want what you got? Man, life is short, twisted path sometimes, isn't it? Am I the spider or the fly? I don't know.
And, my love, I know there's not many good detective jobs for you here. I thought you might want to look at these job listings to see what kind of work you want to do here in Modesto.
All right.
I circled a few of my favorites. This one is tax collector.
All right.
This one is garbage collector.
Lots of collecting going on.
And this one is a mortician.
I have seen more than my fair share of dead bodies.
You would be brilliant as a new mortician.
All right, maybe I'll dip on down to the old dead people room tomorrow and check her out and see. Mortuary, that's the word.
You have such a way with words.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Now say, I really would like to start with those 3 children.
Mention how fertile you are. Out loud. Now. All right, don't.
You look like you have something on your mind.
I do. It seems so fast. You and me and you. And normally fast is my speed. I like them fast and loose. Together.
Well, here you are tied down to this old woman, ready to have a simple, boring life. For love. This is what you wanted, right?
It's kind of like what I wanted. I mean, I wanted all of those things, but I wanted them to be things that I earned through my general masculinity, hard work. This feels like I woke up and a bag of gold was laying on my chest. It's not the same. You know? There's a difference between a home-cooked meal and one you get at the 5 and dime. And this tastes like 5 and dime turkey. You know? I think I liked you better when you were trying to kill me.
What are you saying?
Hold it. Beelzebub, you gotta be around here somewhere. Come on, Junior, out yourself.
Who were you talking to?
He's talking to me. I was the one telling you to tell him you were fertile.
Listen. I didn't read the contract because no one reads the contracts. We just sign.
I wouldn't have been in business for 40,000 years if people read contracts.
Well, what I wanted was you to make me a man that could be loved, not make someone love me. Do you see the difference?
You said was that you wanted love. This is love.
No. I don't know what that is. Can you just make her stop, please? Gross.
This is what you wanted, my friend. Comfort her.
I was such a good
trying to kill me earlier, or at least put me in jail and ruin my reputation.
It's a fine line between love and hate, I agree.
A very thin line, for sure. And do you think you could step over it just like that? No. There's secrets at play here. Secrets within secrets. And I'm sorry that I did this to you. But I'd rather have you free and making your own choices and loving me out of compulsion.
Well, it sounds like you wish to break our contract.
I do. And you know what? I want Tommy back too.
And with that simple act of defiance, when he burned the contract, he found himself suddenly back to the apartment with the dead girl on the floor, and Tommy in his full regular self next to them.
He didn't even spill her drink. Oh my God. Why are you looking at me like that, you bongo? Look what happened. This girl's dead.
Fair.
What are you staring at me for, Nicky?
How do you feel about the letter T?
Kitterman is my favorite letter. I wish every name started with it. What the hell are you doing? You got a dead body here. How did that happen? Did you do this?
I just met the girl. How would I do this?
I don't know. But I told you this was going to be trouble. I told you this was going to be trouble.
You did. But you know what? It's the kind of trouble that we've got out before and we can get out again.
Open up! It's the police! We know you're in there! Open it up!
Let him in.
Put your hands above your head, sir. You're coming with me.
What?
Put your hands behind your back!
What kind of crooked cop are you, huh? The phone lines have been down and you come rushing in here 1 minute after some dame turns up poison?
Oh, I was trying to hide her from you.
You're going downtown.
And downtown he did go. For Big Boss, Big Red, had planted the exact scenario for Nicky to take the fall. And there he was, being sent off to the slammer, and Big Red there to meet him.
Oh, poor little Nicky Wicky. Take a seat.
I can't believe you arranged a gloating session.
I couldn't help but gloat in my victory.
I'm not going to sit down just because you tell me to. You've already set me up and got me sent off to Sing Sing.
Ha!
Or maybe Alcatraz here, I don't know.
Listen, this has been my dream come true, to see you behind bars, in handcuffs, going down for a delicious murder.
You need better dreams, sweetheart. I'd sure like to see you in handcuffs too, but it's for different reasons.
Oh, he's so quick-witted, Nicky Vilas. Listen, I've been planning this moment since the day you locked my father up.
Your father was a monster.
Well, we can't all be as great as him.
He murdered your mother too. They hid that from you, didn't they?
No, Mom. Mom passed away suddenly of a disease.
That's what they told you. I'm sure. I'm sure your father
No,
proliferated that lie.
he would never kill my mother.
In his grim butchery in your sub-basement, he had a trophy room.
No, there's no way. I lived above it. I never smelled anything. Just formaldehyde, and I just thought, that's normal.
The DA wanted to keep you safe. Thought a little girl shouldn't know such things. Turns out you were rotten all the way through to begin with. There was nothing left to save. Shame, too. Brain like yours, looks thrown in, you could have done anything, been anyone. You decided to be a pale shadow of him, the monster's little girl. Sad.
I don't understand. You should be so mad at me right now, and instead you're showing me empathy?
We've all got a little bit of darkness in us, sweetheart. We all got a little bit of light, too. And sometimes, the only way to find your light is to touch the darkness.
The only way to find your light is to sometimes touch the darkness. Nikki Viles, 37 years old, detective, now arrested, framed for murder. Yes, even the Lord of Darkness himself cannot offer him the satisfaction of a new life, a new love. For his desires lie deeply square within the Twilight Zone.
I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater, and this is...
Rachel Kumar.
Arastoo Darakhshan.
Justin Carnes.
Griffin Beer.
Eileen Tumlin.
Elisa Avino.
And we are so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. We have one more performance of the Improvised Twilight Zone, and that is tomorrow at 3:15. If you had fun, come on back. It's always a brand new show, always improvised, always based on your suggestions. If you have any friends, and I know you do because you're all so lovely. If you have friends, go and tell your friends about our show. Your word of mouth is our greatest form of advertising, and we appreciate you helping us spread the word. If improv looks like fun, it is. And if you're wondering, hey, can I do that? You can. In fact, Synergy Theater teaches classes right here in Walnut Creek at the Walnut Creek Arts and Rec Center. I teach them myself. We have a 3-week sample class coming up in December, and then our full 8-week beginning courses starting again in January. If you have never been on stage a day in your life, this is the class for you. You'll have a great time, make a lot of friends, and laugh a lot. Take some information on the counter all about it on your way out. After the Twilight Zone is over, we are back here in January with Improvised Law and Order. And then we are coming back in April with Improvised Dungeons and Dragons, and finally back in July with Improvised Hitchcock. If you want to see all 3 of those shows, you can become a 3-show subscriber and get all 3 of those shows for a ridiculously low price. Take some information on the counter about our upcoming shows and become a subscriber. We'd love to welcome you into that part of our family. Finally, on the counter there, you'll see a big plastic bucket. We are a 501c3 organization. We rely very heavily on the generosity of our patrons to help us keep doing what we're doing. If you have a couple of extra bucks and you wouldn't mind giving it to us, we'd appreciate it very much. Just throw it in the bin there. If you want to write us a big old check, take one of those envelopes and mail it to us. We'd appreciate any help we can get. You are awesome. Thank you for being here. If you have a friend in the cast and you want to say hello, give us about 10 minutes and we'll be by the stage door. Good night, everybody, and thank you so much.